Hello my babies, hello my friends, welcome back to the channel. You already know what it is, what it will be. Y'all, right off the bat, excuse the glare on my glasses. Y'all know these glasses are old, they scratched up, child, whatever. I hope y'all can hear me just fine the way I have the phone. If not, I'm gonna make sure I correct it for the next video, but we've already jumped into this one, so let's just stay inside of it. Okay, pause. Okay, hope you guys are doing well. Okay, hope you're enjoying your day, whatever day you happen to see this video. I'm pretty sure it's not the day I recorded it. Child, let me tuck this hair back. It's getting on my nerves. Okay. All right, Holy Spirit, let's do this. Somebody's thinking about taking a vacation. I feel like this is becoming like more of a like popular vacation time for people, maybe like around September. No matter what part of the country, part of the world you're in. Somebody could be on a vacation or thinking about taking one. You could be watching my channel, okay? Seeing that I have been traveling a bit. What's going on with the people who will see this video? Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, Ancestors, Guides. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to hope that none of these cards fall on the side of this thing. All right, so somebody feels like an injustice has happened to them. I feel like you may feel like you're not getting what you deserve in a situation. It could be involving like a teamwork situation. Specifically, it could be work, but I'm just really getting something that involves working with other people. So that doesn't have to be work, but it can be. It's a family structure for somebody. I feel like you guys may have a family business, or you could just have some type of thing where you guys are splitting costs of something, or splitting like some type of responsibility for something that you're working on. This could be a trip that people are taking together, but I'm not really getting that. But I am seeing a lot of water here. There could be water in your chart. This could be a water sign reading, but I am getting lots of air energy. Lots of earth energy so far, but there's air, earth, and water present. So let's just see what happens. I feel like you guys have a vision of how you want something to go as far as like this teamwork kind of situation goes, but somebody needs to be the leader. Somebody has to be in charge here, and I think that's where the issues are coming into play. Somebody may feel like they're the perfect leader for the situation, like why wouldn't I be in charge? They could just be like a bossy individual though. I feel like they always think they should be in charge, but I feel like somebody else isn't really speaking up about it, but you feel like you should be in charge maybe, or someone else should be, but you don't want to cause any like strife or like any like problems, I guess. But I feel like somebody maybe has like a natural like inclination to lead, and just like somebody's like a natural at whatever the leadership position is. This 9 of Swords is coming on out, so I want to say that somebody's really in their head about it. They're not speaking up about it, but they're feeling a way about it, like real bad. And I feel like it's getting to a point where if you don't say something, you're gonna start like doing something that's a little sketchy. You or the other person, I'm not sure who that could be. So I feel like instead of doing that, you might just want to speak up for yourself. I feel like when you feel yourself starting to get manipulative or petty, or saying like little sly, slick remarks, or just like having these like negative thoughts where you can't hide your facial expressions, if you're one of those kind of people, that could be happening. And I feel like instead of doing that, you're going to start like kind of just speaking up for yourself instead of being passive aggressive, which I think is a great idea. I think that is what needs to be done, child. If I'm being honest, that's just my opinion. Because I feel like if you do that, you're going to allow yourself to open yourself up more to being more of a professional, being a little bit more better at what you do, and just create more stability overall with, not just this, but any other project that you're going to be working on. Okay, so let's see what else is going on here, y'all, because this is coming out kind of lightning speed, if I'm being honest. I feel like you're the kind of person where maybe you don't know how to speak up without like saying something kind of crazy. Maybe you're a little bit afraid of your delivery. Maybe you're a person who kind of maybe doesn't know how to lower your voice, or just say things that are not like smooth, right? You know how like somebody's like looking for the professional way to say fuck off, or like something like that. I feel like you're that kind of person that's trying to figure out how to like do that, like say your real emotions, but like not in a way that is going to be conducive or constructive to the situation instead of harmful. I feel like you guys are going to find a way to do this. I feel like if you speak up, you're going to be very happy with the situation. I feel like it's going to come together. All the emotions you think are going to be messy, I think it's not going to be as messy as you think. I think you're going to be celebrating. You're going to be like, yes, like, oh, that was way easier than I thought. And it's going to make you very happy. I think that this is what's meant to happen, to be honest with you, as far as this like whole situation goes. I think that this is a general reading, by the way. I feel like somebody needs a personal here. So if you need a personal, I am still doing discounts. I was going to stop the discounts, but like I think I'm going to keep it going until a little longer than I thought, probably into early October. But anyways, I'm saying that to say, like, I feel like this was meant to go down. I feel like you are kind of like under construction as far as like when it comes to working together with other people in a healthy way. Look, a lot of people that come to the channel are like in a position where they're experiencing something like that. So that could definitely be a thing. All right. I'm trying to readjust so I can be comfy. All right. So yeah, it's meant for you to learn how to temper yourself. I feel like you needed this practice. You're not the kind of person that can get this practice on a regular basis, because I feel like you're not a person who maybe gets out as much as you want to. And if you do, you don't get into new spaces, doing new things with new people as much as you want to. So you got to practice. You got to start somewhere. This is meant for you to do for a long time too. So if you're just now getting started, then that makes sense. I feel like I can't tell if this is a water sign reading or an earth sign reading. I'm not sure what I'm going to end up labeling this, but I feel like if you're earth sign, you might want to look at the water sign reading. If you're water sign, you might want to look at the earth sign reading as well. This might be for the water signs because this death card went ahead and came out, which is indicative of the Scorpio energy, obviously. So I feel like this whole situation and you're being pushed to grow. I feel like you are probably a little bit resistant to change, which is kind of weird for a Scorpionic energy if you have it in your chart, or if you are a Scorpio or you just resonate with that energy. Like if you're a Scorpio that's not changing, I cannot stress how dire of a problem that is, because you are the sign of change. You're the sign of death and rebirth. You're supposed to be constantly changing and evolving. So if you're not changing, that could be a big issue. And depending on what your north and south node is, it could really get in the way of your destiny. So you might want to just like check on that. I feel like there's some information that you don't know, that you're not aware of, that is like starting the problems or the issues that you may perceive as being in the way of the opportunity or the matter at hand. But I feel like they are perceived issues. I don't think they're real issues at all. In what ways is the collective changing? What is this death card? Yeah, I feel like you're kind of being turned on to healing a little bit more. If you're not usually into that, maybe just the thought of making more money, being richer, or being around better people or better places and situations could be like your catalyst for like you wanting to grow and evolve. And I mean, whatever, child, like whatever gets you healing, baby, that's what gets you healing. So I'm not gonna lie, money is probably the driving force behind why I'm taking care of my health a lot more and stuff like that, because you know, I just can't wait around for nobody. And you know, I just want to make money and I want to be healthy. Like that's why people wonder why I moved to LA, like why I do this, why I do that. And I will tell you, it's so that I can be healthy enough to make a lot of money. That's why. I knew at a very young, like at a certain age, after my mom passed away and I was depressed and all this, I was like, if I want to make a lot of money or I want to be successful, I have to heal from this this heartbreak that I have, this depression that I have. Like I just knew I was gonna have to kick depression. It took a long time for me to kick depression, y'all, but once you do it, you have to just like get moving and get going, because you don't realize how much time you waste when you're depressed, like when you're in a depressed space, or like how much time you lose rather, because it's not like you're wasting it on purpose. You just kind of lose it. It's just like losing it to the game, you know. It's like you charge it to the game of life, right? But yeah, it's time for you to be a fool and to evolve and to just like take on some opportunities that force you to speak up a little bit more, say how you feel, stand up for yourself, however you want to put that. But it's time. Like I feel like you've been stagnant for too long. There's a lot of wins in that space for you. Like you think there's nothing there, you think there's conflict there, baby. There's all kind of abundance and gain there, okay? Where you won't be gaining is if you stay the kind of person who's meant to change and evolve and you just don't. That's where you're going to lose time, more money, more opportunities. Like it's just not worth it, to be honest. Anything else for this reading before I go to the next one? Make sure you guys are liking the video. Thank you for doing that. We're operating with the law of exchange on this channel, okay? We respect universal law on this channel. All right, so we got the High Priestess that came out. I feel like if you have a lot of goals that you even want to achieve, you could be the kind of person that, you know, practices divination or just like any type of energy work, energy manipulation, or boosting the energy around you to benefit you. It's not always bad stuff or dark work that's being done. You could be a person who gives your ancestors a lot of offerings. You may play music for your ancestors, sit at the altar and talk to them and pray to them. Like, I'm really picking up on somebody who is into prayer, has a prayer life, and like really like communes with the world around them. Spirit animals, you may have an animal, but I'm just getting that there's a lot of that going on, and that could be benefiting you a lot. But I think you being comfortable just doing that is kind of oppressing you. I think that you can't rely on the ether to make you a better business person. You should be taking part in life, is what I'm getting super clear. Like, you should be taking part in life, child. You're not here alive just to you're not a spirit, okay? You may resonate a lot with the spiritual realm and the unseen world. You may have a lot of power and rank there, but you also are alive if you're watching this video, unfortunately. So you have to do the work while you're alive. You have to practice having a business. You have to practice communicating and being on a team and delegating tasks and saying when you don't like something. When you do like something, you have to do it. There's no way around it. The spirits can't do it for you. They can't jump in your body and do it for you. You know, they can, but that's a whole nother type of divination. If you're into that, child, have, you know, do your thing, have your way if you're a necromancer. But just know that you're choosing either the left hand or right hand path. I'm not going to tell you which one to choose. That's not really my job or anything like that. But you seem to be a chosen one if you're here on this channel, or you could just have a huge destiny that you're meant to fulfill. I'm really just getting, don't rely on the spirits to do that for you with this 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, because you just have a lot of pent up like talent and aggression and energy that you could be using to transmute, but it's like you're not walking away from things that are directly in the way of your fortune. So that's your reading. I'm getting that this is for water signs, so I hope this helped, and I will see you guys in the next one. I hope this helped you. If it did, make sure you interact with the channel, okay? Join this awesome ass lit ass channel, okay? It's small, it's quaint, it's for a very specific type of person. So stick around. It's free. Comment, like, all that good stuff, all the things, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.